Have you wanted to get started drifting but afraid what will happen to your car? Drifting is an amazing experience that often raises one's adrenaline and anxiety over the ramifications of doing such. What's up guys, I'm Captain Meep, your boy, the road runner of the streets, and in today's video we're going to be answering this one question: will drifting damage my car? To find the answer, we first got to know what drifting is in simple terms. Drifting is a high-speed driving technique that involves losing traction of the rear wheels and sliding through turns. It may look cool on movies, music videos, and even on Formula Drift, but in reality, it can be incredibly dangerous. But if you're a fan of drifting and those high-speed maneuvers, smash the like button for me to let me know that I can continue bringing you drift and all car-related content. Some drifting techniques are being used by stunt drivers in many famous movies other than actual car movies like the Fast and Furious franchise, and most drifting takes place in sanctioned tracks. But I know as well as I do that there are some underground drifting events, and that's probably what you're going to be the most exposed to, and that is going to be where a good part of the danger sets in and how damage can happen to your vehicle. But even in the controlled environments such as those, there are things to be wary of. So there are really two things that you actually have to worry about when it comes to drifting your vehicle. Crashing, that is probably the most common way that you will do damage to your vehicle other than drifting itself, which will only cause minimal damage. If you were to hit a border, a boundary, come off track and hit a deep part of the road, you run the risk of damaging your vehicle in several places, leading to pretty costly repairs. So just keep in mind that that's one way you can actually damage your vehicle. Other than that, you will be putting a lot of strain and stress on the OEM parts, which basically means just the stock parts, whether it be your suspension, engine parts, because stock vehicles weren't necessarily made for those drifting maneuvers. Consider upgrading some of your wheels, tires, and suspension, your engine. Maybe look into getting an angle kit just to take away from some of the stress that you will be putting on your vehicle. I would know because in my first year of drifting, I actually broke my car in two different ways. The first way, I came off track, hit a really deep part, and I actually broke the knuckle on my 350Z, and I ended up having to spend a whole day of trying to fix it with stock OEM parts from the junkyard. Crashing is definitely a way that you'll damage your vehicle. Other than that, causing a lot of stress, wear, and tear on the vehicle's stock parts will eventually wear them out faster than what they were originally designed to do. The second way that I damaged my vehicle was the clutch actually wore out. When you're drifting, before you incorporate a handbrake, you will be doing a lot of clutch kicking. Clutch kicking will in fact wear out your clutch a lot faster than what it was supposed to. So I wore out my clutch, but that's just a wear and tear item. So that's the only thing that you'll have to worry about when it comes to drifting, because I put a lot of stress on that clutch. Despite the fact that drifting in itself is a way of losing control of your vehicle, drifting can cause a driver to lose complete control of their vehicle, which can lead to serious accidents. The sudden loss of traction can result in the vehicle spinning out of control and potentially hitting other cars or obstacles. Obstacles may include borders that are set up on the track, walls, or even tires, depending on the borders that are outlined at the track or the sanctioned event that you are. So that is one way that you can damage your vehicle, is by actually hitting something, because if you don't know what you're doing, that is what's going to happen. And let's face it, even the pros crash sometimes. Drifting is one of those unpredictable environments where anything can happen to your car at any point. Mechanical failures can lead to larger accidents, and that's a part of the life that we choose to live. Drifting can also cause significant damage to a vehicle within itself. The high speeds and sharp turns can put immense stress on the suspension and the tires, leading to expensive repair. You will be damaging the tires of the vehicle, but of course you know that you'll be burning them up, so you'll have to prepare for the budget of replacing the tires. You could potentially damage the rims and suspension parts that may wear out a lot faster, especially because they're stock OEM parts that weren't designed for those high-speed maneuvers such as drifting. But the act of drifting within itself doesn't do a whole lot of damage to your vehicle. Once you get started, I imagine that you'll be taking it very easily and driving very conservative, which means you won't be driving super fast and you won't be driving super reckless. Therefore, there will be minimal damage done to your vehicle other than the wear and tear on the tires and maybe a little bit of your suspension and power steering, because you will be using up a lot of power steering. The power steering fluid will heat up over the back and forth, because of course you will be turning the wheel a lot more than usual. So minimally there will be some damage, but it's not enough to cause a fuss over. It's also important to invest in high quality parts and components such as performance brakes and suspension upgrades. And if you're in the market to upgrade your wheels, tires, and suspension, head over to Fitment Industries, and I'll leave a description in the link below. So in summation, drifting can and potentially will damage your car, especially if you're just starting out. If you haven't already checked out my video on the 4 things you need to start drifting in 2023, I will leave a link for you guys to go and check that out. That way you can get started on your drifting journey. Regular maintenance and proper drifting technique can help minimize the damage done to your vehicle. If you're not sure about what things to do, subscribe to this channel where I'll be bringing you tips and tricks to get started on your drifting journey. I want to thank you guys for watching. For more automotive and drifting tips, consider subscribing to my channel. Once you hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so you guys can stay updated with every video that I upload, and I will see you in the next one.